Hey guys, finished workout this morning. Pretty easy day today. It was cold out, so I didn't feel like running, so I didn't afterwards. I had no guilt. There will be many other days and many other workouts. Balance. But hey, what I wanted to do was attempt to do an idea mashup as food to think about. I'm going to take three different related ideas and roll them into one cohesive idea, I think. And I'm calling this food for thought, the right drug, the right drug. So idea number one, first of all, many of us know that many of us may not know, but your body manufactures drugs on its own. Hormones and all that stuff are chemically very similar to drugs. And some of the drugs we can manufacture on ourselves are very, very powerful. Some of them are called endorphins. Endorphins are massive feel-good drugs. They make pain subside and they make you feel awesome. They're in drugs like morphine and cocaine, and they make your body feel so good that you're almost pre-wired to want to continue to feel that way. So you are addicted. You're addicted to that feeling. That's why those drugs are addictive. But your body manufactures these drugs on their own. In fact, you might hear about it sometimes. People that work out or run a lot, runner's high is a good example of that. They talk about how after they get to a certain point, all of a sudden they're flooded with this feeling of euphoria. And it's endorphins created by their own body, very similar to the drugs that make us addictive. So that's one idea. Endorphins, massive feel-good, addictive. Second idea. I've read from a lot of different sources that one thing that kicks your body into the overdrive on creating these endorphins are things that make you feel good about yourself. Specifically for this conversation, things that build your self-esteem. When something happens or you do something or you perceive something that you internalize to be building your self-esteem, building your self-view, how you view yourself in this world, there's a release of endorphins, hit your bloodstream, and all the stuff that endorphins do, it does. So I've come to know and then to believe that one of our primary drivers as people, all of us, is the need to be right. The need to be right. Not right about who's going to win the game or right about the debate or right about whose fault it is. Right in the bigger, broader, more meaningful sense. Right about how the world works. Specifically, right about how your world works. And I think it just comes from a long history of survival, right? If there was a one point in time in our history as humans that if we weren't right about the berry we ate, we died. We weren't right about the animal we approached, we died. If we weren't right about the timing around when we did certain things that were hugely important, like crops and all these different things, people suffered severe consequences, often death. So we have this hardwired life or death kind of pre-programming to be right in the biggest sense about how our world works. Got it? Right about how our world works. Remember, one of the biggest paths to getting that endorphin hit is something that builds your self-esteem. Well, being right about how the world works is a massive hit of self-esteem. That means you have a clear understanding of the world you're navigating through. That's a self-esteem hit. Boom, that kicks these endorphins in, and it makes you want to go do the activity over that got you to the point that just generated that. So those are the two ingredients. So let's look at the cake that some people bake, the cake being the nature of their reality. And this is also why I focus so much time and effort and talk and words around getting your mind around, understanding, being clear on what you hold what your belief systems are, what your beliefs are, your core beliefs are. Here's why. So let's see what baked cake these people might be baking, right? So let's just suppose person number one believes that this world is full of awesome people, and these people will help them get from where they are to where they want to go. That's their core belief. They come across an awesome person. That person does that awesome thing. They were right about how the world works. bam, they get that endorphin. Endorphins, all the chemistry takes over. They are now motivated and driven to do, not just motivated, they're driven to do, from addictive kind of point of view, whatever it took to get that to happen, they're willing to do it again, right? To go out and seek it again, right? It's chemically supported, right, in this conversation. Let's look at a different cake that somebody might bake. Let's imagine that somebody believes that the way their world works is just men come home and beat up women. That's a bad thing, but let's just imagine that's their belief, that that's how things just are. So a man comes home, beats up this lady. She's right about how the world works. Sad thing is, same thing, right? She's right about how the world works. Same endorphin hit. Same addictive drive to go be right again, right? I gave two extreme examples just to push you down the path of food for thought so you could think about it. And the question I have for you today, given those two ingredients, given the fact that we manufacture endorphins, given the fact that they're highly addictive, super addictive, given the fact that what cuts that chemistry factory on is things that build our self-esteem. One of the things that build our self-esteem fastest is us being right about things that really, really matter, like the way the world works. What cake are you baking, given those two ingredients? What cake are you baking? The right drug, guys. I think about this all the time because, you know, those little addictive behaviors we have about being right, we need to be cautious. We need to be cautious that what we're out there in the world trying to prove to be right is what we need to prove to be right. Because if we peel the onion enough, we will realize that these are based on our belief sets, and the bigger, deeper question we have is where did that belief come from, right? Because most of it's made up or was given to us, or we pull it kind of from things around us like the media and social norms and things like that. What cake are you baking? Food for thought. Whatever it is, I'm sure you're doing the right thing per your world.